Welcome to Learn with Sam and Ash. I'm Sam, and today we're going to go with the second video of the series where we provide you full answers for speaking in IELTS. Now, as I said, this is the second video. First has already been uploaded. I got some nice feedbacks, and also we add people in group. In this group or WhatsApp group, people request us by sending their message that my name is this or XYZ, and I would like to be added to the group. They send their recordings, we give them feedback. Many people are already being added because they suggested. I would like you to add your name as well. This way you will get nice feedbacks, plus we can also help you. Now this is test 2 of Cambridge IELTS 9, okay? Because we want official test. That's why I took Cambridge book, which is trusted. And today we're going to go with the full test, which is now we're going to go for part 1. Let's go for the question 1. When do people give gifts or presents in your country? My culture or the culture in my country is not about gifts, but due to westernization or let's say Western culture influence, we are giving gifts mainly in birthday parties or baby shower or housewarming parties or marriages. So there are not many events, we just prefer to meet people or even sometimes just give money as token, not gifts. Second one. Do you ever take a gift when you visit someone in their home? Why and why not? Well, not every time when I go to a friend's place, I take a gift with me. But if there's a special event, as I said in the previous answer, for an example, birthday, baby shower, or housewarming party, definitely I get a gift. That's like that's being thankful for being invited. And secondly, personally speaking, I love to give gifts to people. All right. Next one is, when do you last receive a gift? What was it? Well, the last time I received a gift was my birthday. Well, that was a long time ago. I am expecting gifts now. What I received was a pair of shoes, and that was timely actually. My old one were worn out. I needed a new one. I was just planning to it. I think somebody was spying on me and they figured out I needed to buy a new one. So it was a good gift, I would say. Next one. Do you enjoy looking for gifts for people? Why and why not? Honestly speaking, I won't call it enjoyment because firstly, it is tiring. Secondly, you have to figure out the need, the want, and the likeness of the person. When 3 of them combine, you find the best gift. So when you go to shop, you just, spend time, and finally, if you get the gift, that becomes an enjoyment. Otherwise, it's just tiring. I won't call it boring, but not enjoying either. Now we go to the part 2. That was the part 1. Now you might have noticed few things. First of all, I give the answer instantly, then I explain the answer, and finally I conclude it again. So for an example, what was the gift that you received? I give the name of the gift, I explain when did I receive it, and finally I give a conclusion. What did I receive and how was it? So always remember the pattern. Give the answer, give a sentence to explain it, and finally conclude it. 3 sentences are more than enough. All right, please try that in your recording as well. Now this is part 2, which is a lengthy process. That means you have to speak for 2 minutes where you will be preparing for 1 minute. The second part is describe something you did that was new or exciting. Now there are plenty of questions below. I'm not going to read them. You can read them by pausing the video. In exam, you should answer all these questions plus whatever comes extra. It's necessary that you answer all the questions. I'll try to give you an example of just answering the first question, that is, describe something you did that was new or exciting. When I was like 8 years old, some of my friends took me for a birthday party, and after the party we went for a garden. We were just kids. We love just swinging and just sliding in the amusement park. Eventually all of them left and they told me, just take auto, you can reach home. And I was just 8. The last friend I was with, his house was close to the place, and he left as well. And I was left alone. I mean, I thought I knew my way. I told my friend as well, I'll find a way. And finally, I found myself in the middle of the road where I don't know what to do. I was stuck. I was 8 years old. I never talked to anyone outside my house. And I was scared actually. So the thing I did new actually was to talk to someone outside my house, to ask ways. I didn't feel like crying. Generally people do cry in that situation. I'm not saying I'm brave, Just what I'm saying is, I went to the person, I just asked, can you tell me the way for my house? And he started laughing. He's like, I don't know your house, right? Ask me an address, something like a street name or a house name or an area name. I didn't remember anything. I was just, blacked out in a way. So I just gave a name of the place I was living in. And eventually he said, I know the area. I know the area. I don't know your house. I can help you till that area. Go this way straight and then right. I don't remember the directions now, but he helped me to that area. When I reached the area, I could recognize few things, and eventually I reached. When I reached at home, my family was very angry, and later they were relieved that I reached home eventually. So I would say the new and exciting thing I did was meeting a person I didn't know and talking to them. Before that, I was just scared, or let's say I never even tried it. All right. So in this answer, you might have seen one thing. I didn't go to the main answer, that is telling them what is the thing. I went to a round path. I talked about my past and how old I was, and that's what I did. After like 15 seconds, or let's say 5 to 6 sentences, I gave the answer. Should always do that. That's called story development. You can't just give the answer instantly, that becomes boring. Secondly, if you cannot think of any story, please create a new one, but at least have 50% truth in that, because you'll feel for it. You cannot just create a story instantly, completely fake. If you could do that, you'll be a writer, right? So try to have some of the truth and some of you can make, fake answers, right? And that was part 2. If you have any doubts in that, please write in comments, and don't forget to send your recordings for part 2 as well. I've seen people sending part 1, not part 2, because it's lengthy. Now the next one is part 3. Part 1 and part 3 are similar because it is a conversation. The examiner is going to ask you a question and you reply with the answer. But the questions are always from part 2, related to part 2, whatever the question was. For an example, in this case, we had question about describing something new I did, right? Part 3 will be something you do. So let's see the first question. Why do you think some people like doing some things, certain things? I would say some people can be bored easily and they find new things as exciting. So the boredom they want to kill and the excitement they want to have make them do new things. So answer is definitely the excitement and the boredom in different ways. All right, next one. What problems can people have when they try new activities for the first time? I think the problems they generally face, or I faced as well, in a collective way I'm saying, including myself among the people, is getting bored of the activity or the bored of the new thing. I might find it difficult. I'll give you my own example. I was trying to learn German language. Initially, I found it really difficult to learn or remember, for remembering new words. I thought I don't want to do it anymore. I was seeing no progress. So seeing no progress, finding it difficult, I think the problems people face in doing new activities. Once they surpass that, they can enjoy the activity too. All right, next one. Next one is, do you think it's best to do new things on your own or with other people? And why? I think that depends. If I don't do anything, or if a person doesn't do anything by themselves, alone, they might not enjoy themselves or might not know their own company, right? How it feels like. And if they don't enjoy or try things with others, they might not know qualities like leadership or being a team player. They might be into themselves, but when they go out, live in society or work in society, in corporate world or any world, they will be having troubles meeting new friends or making new friends. I would say, so there's nothing like best doing alone or with someone. I would say it depends on situation, and I think you should do both. And the reasons I explained, because you need to live outside, right? All right. Next one is, what kind of things do children learn to do when they are very young? Yeah. How important are these things? I think when kids are very young, they learn to do one thing, being curious. Second thing, they learn from the environment. Right. For an example, a person living close to coastal region and their parents know how to swim, kids will do know. And you can see that in languages as well. A kid of age 4 or 5 will be speaking fluent English, while other countries, might not, because they are listening to that language. So I would say learn to speak doing activity according to the environment, and definitely the language they learn. And they are very important in my opinion, of at least at most important, because they have to stay in the environment or the surrounding. They have to survive there later. So they should know how to learn all the languages, I mean, whichever they're speaking over there, or the activities are common in that area, right? Next one is, do you think children and adults learn to do new things in the same way? How is their learning style different? I think children and adults learn to do new things in a different way, not the same way. There's no chance. And the reason for that is their views or their concepts, how they think. Now, for an example, an adult will go for always advantage or thinking of monetary, most of them, I would not say all of them, but thinking of monetary benefit rather than thinking of the fun or excitement they get. Right? If you tell a kid to go to school, they might not enjoy it, but if you tell them something to do by themselves, they might use crayons, they might do this and that, but they enjoy what they do. That's why they do it. But adults, they try to learn a language because they want to make money or they want to work somewhere. So that's the way. And these learning styles are different in a way, as I said, based on excitement and benefit. And I still prefer excitement, though I'm an adult, and I think you should as well, right? Okay, next one. We have some people say that it is more important to be able to learn new things now than it was in the past. Do you agree or disagree with this? Why? I would say it is kind of, let's say, to most extent true. The reason is previously we didn't have many opportunities, right? We didn't have many technologies. Now there are plenty. A person had few set, you could go to one line or second line or third line, that's it. Now we have, big data, we have art, we have this and we have that. There's huge there's a large number of opportunities, and hence you are able to learn. It is really important that you learn from many sides so that you know what you really want, right? The reason I go for this view is I have tried myself, I have tried learning animation, I tried learning languages, and they both can combine and create videos. You see that how important it is. Previously, people didn't used to learn languages. Now they need it because of globalization. Okay, right. So that was, I think, the end of the test. And again, I'm showing my numbers so that you can send a message regarding you being added in the group. And you can send such audios to me. Now you have seen in the third part, I have given a little bit more elaborate answer because that's how third part works. The overall test time is 11 to 14 minutes. And if you want to know more tips or structure or in detail, about speaking, there's already a video being uploaded in the whole series of IELTS. I'll put the link in the description so they can go through that. All right, this was the test 2. And I thank you all for listening to this video, and I hope you learned something new. Have a nice time. Goodbye.